Hello everyone, welcome to day three of learning AI scientific research. Basically, this is an AI project, and we are using 11 paradigms, which is currently used in developing some AI tools. Okay, and what are those AI tools? What are those paradigms? We have already discussed. If you want, you can just go and watch the very first video of this. And with me, Aditi is there. Aditi is an experienced AI developer. Okay, so we are going to start with the things. And today, what basically what we have did. Uh, Yesterday, Aditi was supposed to prepare the files with the research papers. Okay, according to the research paper, the projects which i- they have done it. Okay, and basically the process which the other person have followed it, right? So Aditi was going in that approach, and what I did, I built with my scratch. Okay, so today I will share my ideas, and tomorrow Aditi will share her ideas, what she added. Okay, so I will start with the things without wasting any time. So if we will go here, uh, this is what our project directory will look like. Okay, so basically, what is this README file? What is this app? What is this injects paper.py file? Basically, all this py file, what we are going to do, we are going to discuss in detail. Okay, now we are not going to discuss in detail. I am just giving you the overview because right now I have made the py file, all the py files are ready, but every day we will discuss at least, we will try to cover three. If not, we will try to cover at least two py files every day. Okay, so for the better understanding. So let's not move into in depth what is readme, what is streamly.ai. Okay, so basically here you can see, if you will read the Google Doc, which I've already shared on the comment section on the description of the video, then you will ultimately get the idea what is the thing. Okay, so if you want it, someone who is from scratch, okay, and basically he knows some intermediate things, like, okay, for example, he knows some of the machine learning algorithms, he knows what is basically neural networks, what is EDA, what is computer vision and all those stuff. Basically he needs those, he understand those, right? So for them, what it's there, you can take the help of the chat GPT. Okay. Why? Because what we are going to do, we are going to build this AI tools with the help of AI as well. Okay. So basically, it will be the combination of prompt engineering as well. So at the end, what you will learn how to become a successful prompt engineer as well. Okay, because at the end, what the industry needs, obviously industry will understand how much basics you know and what all things you know. Basically, you will be needed to correct the things, and the industries might not be able to afford the subscriptions which AI model gives, right? So in that case, you are the only one who will need to write the code from scratch. Again, you don't have to write the code from scratch, but ultimately you have to understand the code. Basically, for example, if this is my line of code, okay, so you have to understand what is meant by setup vector and why the following code like enable AR zip is written below. Okay, so basically you have to understand this. And again, to understand the line of code doesn't mean you should know the code from scratch. You should write the code from scratch. Okay. So what I will be doing here, just give me a second. Yeah. What I have did, basically what I have did, I have moved into the chat GPT. Okay. So basically I have given him the prompt. You can see, like the Google Doc, which I have prepared it, right? You can see here these many layers were there, right? These many tools we're going to use, and this was our directory, our folder, basically the folder, how it will look like when we are going to perform all this. Uh, basically, when we are going to perform this AI model, okay. So basically, this will be the py files. The same py file is there which I have showed you right now on the Google Doc. Okay, so what I have asked ChatGPT to write the code for me. Okay, write the code for me. So what ChatGPT had did, ChatGPT had, you can see, it had already written the code for me. And again, this is a modular approach. Why modular approach? Because we are building different modules here. Inject paper.py file is there, summarize is there, insights, hypothesis. These are basically different modules used. Okay, and again, if you want to go in the object oriented approach, so ultimately you have to define this with different classes. This injects.paper will be of different class, summarize different class, insights is in different class. Again, with the help of multiple inheritance, you have to combine these files. Okay, so it can work either in two ways. If you want to go in object oriented programming approach, so you can go this that way by building each py file as different class, and within the different class you can write the different codes which is already written inside this. So if someone who feels that okay, or they feel familiar with object oriented programming approach, so what you can do, the code which is there, ultimately you can copy paste the same code, you can define the different classes, and you can copy the codes into that particular class which you are going to define it, right? And this is a modular approach which I prefer. Again, it's up to your choice what you can do it. Okay, so here again one thing is there. If you understand the basics, okay, if you understand the basics, what is there in AI, and basically what is langchain, and basically all those libraries used in ais, if you are good to understand it, if you know it already, so what it will happen, you will just copy paste this code, and what you will do, you will just open VS Code from here, and while opening VS Code, you can simply paste the code. You can simply make the folders. You can simply make the subfolders. Okay, you can go here. You can go here into the file section. You can create new folder, or you can create new file accordingly, and you can paste these codes. And again, if you are getting any error, you can ask ChatGPT, and you can execute these things, right? Again, how, when you can execute these things, when you know some basics of it, right? uh, for example, if I will ask you, okay, someone who is watching this video, they might know Python, because without knowing Python they might not be able to switch into AI, of course. They might know machine learning, some models, obviously they would be knowing it. And if you don't know what is Python, what is SQL, what is machine learning, deep learning, so this video is not for you guys. You just go and watch my Python videos, understand those, then come and watch these videos. Okay. So I'm assuming that someone knows Python. Okay. So for example, there is a problem statement in Python. Some problem statement is there, and you are there to write the code, and you are asking ChatGPT help to particularly write that code. So what will happen? ChatGPT will definitely give you the basic structure of it. Okay. So what you are going to do, you are going to paste that particular code in ChatGPT, sorry, in VS Code, and ultimately some errors you will get, whether it's a runtime error, whether it's logical error, whether it's syntax error, some or the other error you will get. Because ChatGPT, what it does, it gives us the generalized code, the code which is applicable for everyone, but it will not give the code which is applicable to our environment. Okay, so for that, what you need, obviously you would need some basics, and you would, if there is some syntax error is there, if some runtime error is there, then obviously if you know that, you can simply correct it. Basically, you know where to put the things, you know where to connect the dots. But again, if you don't know where to connect the dots, then obviously chat gpt also will not help you. And if you don't know how to connect the dots, then for you, what is there, you can go here in extensions. Okay, and here, uh, in extension, you can search for black box. Okay, and basically this black box, what is does black box is an AI tool, and black box doesn't use LLMs. Okay. And basically, with that reason, what black box does, for example, if you have given the code to black box, if for example, this is the basically code, this all codes is there, and you are a lazy person, okay, and you don't want to create the folder, you don't want to create the files, you have, you are just okay with giving the prompts, okay. So what you will do, you will just give the prompt to black box. Okay, these are all the things. What you will do, you will copy paste these things, you will just drag and drop, you will drag and drop, you will copy paste all these things. Okay, after copy pasting, what you will tell black box is the thing that these these are the files, and you have to create the each file according to the information. Okay, again, how the AI will work, it will again work with the prompt which you are giving it. Okay, so just treat the AI as a 3-year-old kid who doesn't understand anything. It's you who are making him understand what do you need. Okay, because AI is AI, it's not God that he will understand your mind and he will know what you are trying to tell him. Ultimately, what is there into your minds, you have to communicate it through your words, and basically it's there where communication skill works. Okay, so basically you have to be good in your communication skills, you have to communicate authentically with your words, so that the black box or any AI can understand. And as soon as you will give this, what will happen, a similar kind of thing, this planner.py, these all things will be getting created. Okay, and when you will see it, like for example, in streamlit app.py, you can see here some error is there. Okay, some error is there, for that reason it's showing one. Okay, and in inject paper.py, some error is there, and what is the error, you can see here. And when you will use black box, then you will get fix in the chat. And if you will do this, then what will happen, this black box will ultimately write the codes inside this file. You are not the person who is writing the code, it's the AI who will write the code. Right now, my code is working right because AI tells that if I will run all the py files, this won't get bordered. And if it get bordered in my runtime error, then it will correct it. And similarly, I have to tell him. But right now, what you can see, the prompt means like it will fix in the chat itself. It's not me who are going to edit like this something into, and we are going to fix it, right? It's not me, the AI will work for you. Only you have to give the prompts. Okay, and once this is designed, this type of AI applications will be easy for you, and you might build at least 2 applications a day. It will take 3 to 4 hours for you to build each applications, and ultimately you will, at the end of the week, you will get with the at least 10 to 15 projects. Okay, and that will be quite beneficial for you. Again, when you are trying this approach, you will not learn what is basically chunk is there, what basically this function does. You don't know anything. What do you mean by vector index, vector store in index? What is this function? Okay, what this function does, you don't know this. Okay, but obviously you know what is os.path. Os.path means operating system, it's path, it's joining our directory with open. If you might have learned Python, then if we are reading any files, and in the file handling chapter, in the file handling module, you are understanding that okay, this is the way how we write f dot write. Basically, f is the file which is being opened here. So that was the particular thing I was talking about. Someone who understand Python, who who will understand some of the parts of the code. So similarly, if you will understand the LLMs and the AI used, then ultimately at the end of the day, you will be able to understand what is vector store index doing. Just as the same way I was able to tell you what is basically this with open does, what is this os.make dir does. Os.make dirs, what is does? It just saving the files, it's just making the new directories into your operating system. This is os operating system dot make dirs. Make dirs is the functions, is the function which is into OS module, and which is helps to make the directories. Okay. So how I'm understanding these things? I'm able to understand these things because I know Python. Okay. So ultimately, if you know AI, at the end, you will be able to understand what is vector in uh, store in index. Again, in the model tester, if I will go here, you can see it. What is df pd.read csv? Again, it's reading the csv file. It's dropped na. It's dropping the null values. Okay, this xy, this is basically, if you will have some understands of basics of ML, so basically you can see here, this is my x independent variable. Okay, so sorry, this x is my dependent variable, and y is my independent variable. Okay, and we are basically dividing our model into train and test split, right? So these things you are understanding. How you are understanding? Because you are knowing some basics of ML. You know ML. For that reason, you are understanding these things. But again, there are many things which you will not be able to understand. For example, what is this hypothesis doing? What is this query engine? Right? What is this insight agent doing? Okay. What is this module? Why this module is being used for? Okay, what is langchain? What is prompt template? Okay, basically these all things you don't know. Why you don't know? Because you don't understand the AI. So ultimately, at the end, when you are going with this approach, you will not understand what is there in the code, but you will be experienced in prompt engineering, and you will be able to deploy it. Okay, so by this approach, you are not learning AI, but somewhere or the other you are learning one skills, which is prompt engineering. Okay, but again, how to learn AI, and how I told that using the practical implementation you are going to learn the AI. So at the very first day, you will be totally blank. You these words might be sounding you the alien words. You might be seeing these words in your life for the first time, right? But again, if you are with your 15th project, with your 20th project, with your 25th project, then at the end you will be understanding these things. And whenever you are creating any pro project for the first day, then for the rest of the 3 4 days, what you will do, you will try to understand basically what's there inside agents.py, what basically this line means. Again, I know what basically this line means. This is basically we are defining the main function, but again, I don't know what is this inject paper does. Okay, why? Because I don't know AI. Okay, so for that reason, what you need to do, obviously there is an AI to help you. Okay, so at the end, whenever you are using the AI, don't use AI for writing the codes. Use AI for learning the things. Okay, you can tell ChatGPT or any other AI, okay, basically you can upload each py file every day, and you can tell him, okay, explain me each word in basic details. I don't know AI, but I know Python, I know basics of ML. Just explain me what is there. So what AI will do, it will explain you the things. Okay, it will explain you from basics. So at the end, these words might not will sound alien to you when you are with your 15th or 20th project. And at the end, certainly you won't need an AI to write these codes. When you are with your 25th or 30th project, you are the one who is building this py files, who is writing the codes, because you know the things. Okay, so again, you have to work into it, you have to give your time. And again, it's your end that you have to do the hard work, but again, you have to do the hard work in a correct direction, in a correct way. Okay, so that you are not wasting your much of the time. Okay, so here was the thing, and tomorrow Aditi will explain what is basically she have done from her part, and day after tomorrow, what I will do, as I have said in the starting of the video, I will explain each of the PY file, two PY files a day, and within 3 days, within a week, we are going to complete this project. Okay, so again, we are completing this project with the proper explanation as well, because obviously you guys will also need 3 to 4 days to understand what is there. Okay, so by the end of this month, okay, not basically this month, this is currently June, so by the end of the July, what will we do, we will be with 10 projects will be in our hand. Okay, and at the end, when we'll be able to understand what are basically in those 10 projects, and when we will move further with following coming months, so what will happen, we will just build it from scratch. Scratch means what? We will not help take help of black box, but certainly you will help take help of chat gpt. Okay, and what it will happen, chat gpt will write the code, and we will correct the code inside the VS code. We will not take help of another AI who will write the code for us. Here you can see the AI is writing the code. I am not the one who is writing the code. Okay, so by the end of this 10 project, when we are with our 11, 12 project, we will be taking help of chat gpt, but we will be writing the codes, we will be pasting the codes, and we will be solving the errors with ourselves. And ultimately, when we will be with our 25th or 30th project, then what we will do, we will write the code from scratch. We will not take the help of chat gpt as well. So by the end of 4 to 5 months, you guys will be properly trained with all those 11 paradigms which is being used in AI. Again, after 4 5 months, some new AI paradigms will come, but again, these many things will not they disappear. If you will see right now in machine learning, including supervised and unsupervised, there are at least 18 to 20 algorithms are there, right? So these algorithms are not going to change. If you will see into someone who is a full stack developer, right? So if we go with data structure algorithms, right? So in data structure algorithms also, there is the limitations. Limitation means 20 or 25 DSA is only there, right? There are not 100 DSA, or there are not 200 DSA, right? Only 25 data structure algorithms is there, and upon that 25 data structure algorithms, thousands and lakhs of questions are being generated. The concepts will be the same, which will be going to, when you we will understand those 25 DSA problems, right? The concept is going to be the same. The questions will change. Certainly, with AI paradigms as well, these 11 AI paradigms will remain the same. The questions will be different, the projects will be different, but at the end, basics will be the same. So understand the basics, and at the end, we will reach the heights. So that's all for today. And tomorrow we will start out with the new things. So see you tomorrow. Just keep practicing it. Don't sit idly on your sofa watching this video. So goodbye. Jai Hind.